I'm Raisa Chantami of the Indonesia channel at the ASEAN Secretariat in Jakarta. Welcome to ASEAN Today, your weekly look at the dynamic Southeast Asia region. A frightening lunchtime accident in Indonesia's stock exchange building left dozens hurt. Miraculously, no one was killed in this collapse of the mezzanine into the lobby area caught on security cameras. The incident on January 15th was in the walkway between two towers. Without warning, the floor collapsed, and after all were rescued, more than 70 people were hurt. An investigation is underway to find out just what caused this accident. Then just 8 days later, a strong earthquake struck the southern coast of Indonesia's Java island, rocking buildings and sending already nervous people into the streets. The earthquake on January 23rd measured 6.1 on the Richter scale. It destroyed dozens of buildings, including homes and schools. The earthquake was felt in Jakarta and Banten province, triggering fears of collapsing buildings. Indonesia is prone to earthquakes as it lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire. Mount Mayon in the Philippines continued to shoot lava and ash in the air more than 2.5 weeks after volcanic activity first started. A minor eruption occurred on January 31st, with continuous eruptions later in the night. The volcano has been spewing lava and ash since January 13th and has remained at high alert level 4 on a 5-level scale. Nearly 77,000 people who live around the volcano have already been evacuated to schoolhouses and makeshift shelters. No one has reported to be hurt so far during the eruptions. Malaysia is hoping to become a cashless society, so more consumers are putting away their wallets and taking out their mobile phones, with tourists leading the way. Malaysian business leaders are using the Chinese mobile payment tools WeChat Pay and Alipay to attract more Chinese tourists.
生意冇增加，
點乜咩意思啊？
增加。
哦，the business
方便啊嘛，你手機一按一 scan 就搞掂啦，好開心。佢哋好開心就哇可以用支付寶。
Alipay has been operating in Malaysia since mid-2017 and so far only for the use of Chinese tourists. Alibaba's rival Tencent has also launched WeChat Pay in Malaysia, its first foray outside the Chinese mainland and Hong Kong. Malaysia's central bank is undertaking reforms to spur cashless payments. That includes allowing companies to do controlled testing of their products in the marketplace while they're still going through lengthy approvals process. Alibaba affiliate Ant Financial has a deal with Malaysia's toll, parking and transit payment card operator Touch and Go to launch an e-wallet system for locals. And while both Alibaba and Tencent are eager to expand across the ASEAN region, analysts say it won't be easy to replicate the success the two giants have achieved in China.
In Asia Pacific, the payments landscape is very localized and fragmented. In order for a solution to work regionally, it has to be able to address local consumer behaviors and considerations.
Transactions in Malaysia are projected to be nearly cashless by 2025. More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly. Connecting ASEAN's people and places, the master plan is next. You're watching ASEAN Today. I'm Raisa Chantami in Jakarta. ASEAN has a master plan that connects all of its 10 members in several ways. And it's just as much about people as it is about technology.
ASEAN, a region of opportunities with a young and growing population of more than 620 million people. By connecting ASEAN, we connect these opportunities. Over the past 50 years, ASEAN has shown significant progress and benefits from its regional integration efforts. Its GDP nearly doubled to reach US $2.6 trillion between 2007 and 2016. We can deliver more. The Master Plan on ASEAN Connectivity 2025 aims to achieve a seamless, integrated and comprehensively connected ASEAN. This will promote competitiveness, inclusiveness, and a greater sense of community. What does that mean for you? The Master Plan will improve the way you live, work, and travel. It will enhance the physical infrastructure that brings us together. It will link our institutions to support our cooperation across borders. Through all this, it connects everyone in this region as one community. ASEAN is a vibrant, growing, multicultural region. Our diversity is our strength. To better harness this potential, ASEAN connectivity will bridge the country's individual strengths to make us collectively stronger. ASEAN connectivity will help us better work together on our common challenges. Our region needs a significant increase in infrastructure investments to meet our growing needs. 90 million more people will call our cities home by 2030. Productivity will also need to grow. We also need to cooperate to reach our full potential. Together, we form the third biggest workforce in the world and one of the world's biggest consumer markets. There is huge potential in our digital economy. Our economies are uniquely positioned to benefit further from global trade and investment. ASEAN connectivity will be enhanced through 5 strategic areas. Sustainable infrastructure, increasing investment, improving infrastructure productivity, and building better cities. Digital innovation, supporting adoption of technology, using digital innovations to improve financial access and enhance data sharing and management. Seamless logistics, lowering costs and improving supply chains. Regulatory excellence, providing common frameworks and removing trade barriers. People mobility, enhancing skills and enabling the movement of our most vital resource, the peoples of ASEAN. Through these areas, the master plan provides a framework for everyone to benefit and come closer together. The Master Plan for ASEAN Connectivity 2025, Reaching for a Better Tomorrow by Connecting ASEAN Today.
The simple goal of ASEAN Connectivity 2025, a greater sense of community. More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly. The newest arrival at Malaysia's National Zoo, that's ahead. This is ASEAN Today, coming to you from Jakarta, home of the ASEAN Secretariat. Muslim Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh want to go back home to Myanmar but are fearful of what awaits them. ASEAN Today's Fauzil Azam reports on the cross-border conflict.
Nearly 700,000 Rohingya refugees have fled from Myanmar to Bangladesh since late August 2017. They blame a counterinsurgency campaign in Myanmar's northern Rakhine state. United Nations officials accuse Myanmar's army of ethnic cleansing, accusation that the government denies. Myanmar says it's ready to start the process of repatriation, but some doubt whether it's safe enough for the refugees to return, even though camps have been built for returning Rohingya near the border with Bangladesh. The Myanmar government has closed off northern Rakhine to the United Nations and most humanitarian aid groups. An internal advisory board is recommending that these organizations be granted access. Until that happens, it seems unlikely that significant numbers of Rohingya refugees will return.
What Rohingya is going to take that kind of offer up without some serious international protection guarantees? And they're none on the table.
We need access so that we can accompany returns, so that we can monitor returns and make sure that the conditions of safety and dignity are in place.
One major concern is that returning refugees could end up in a similar situations to Rohingyas in central Rakhine. More than 100,000 of them lost their home in riots. More than 5 years later, they are still living in camps waiting for their homes to be rebuilt.
We would not wish to become involved or support the return to a situation of protracted further displacement or dislocation as we have currently in central Rakhine. That is not an acceptable solution.
The government recently announced that they will be prosecuting those responsible for the killing of 10 Rohingya men in northern Rakhine. Fauzul Azim for ASEAN Today.
Here are several events on the ASEAN calendar. The HSBC Women's Championship Golf Tournament will tee off from March 1st to the 4th in Singapore. Local and international artists will headline the Malasimbo Music Arts and Festival from March 10th to the 12th at the foot of Mount Malasimbo in the Philippines. And the Sunset Beach Music Festival 2018 is set for March 31st in Phetchaburi, Thailand. Animal lovers in Malaysia are celebrating the birth of a second panda to parents on display at its national zoo. ASEAN Today's Wendy Widiantini reports.
Liang Liang gave birth to her second baby on January 14th. The female giant panda is on loan from China. Officials said the birth at Zoo Negara, Malaysia came 89 days after parents Sing Sing and Liang Liang mated.
14th of January 2018, we have another baby giant panda was born to the same pair of parent panda from China.
Both the newborn and its mother are in good health. The panda cub weighed just 150 grams, but its gender has not yet been determined since it's still under its mother's protection.
The mother panda is not allowing anybody to touch the baby yet, so we are not able to identify, classify whether male or female, the baby panda at the moment. But hopefully within a short period of time, we will be able to identify whether it is male or female.
A video released by the zoo shows the mother holding her cub close to her belly, protecting it from anything and anyone she deems dangerous. Zookeepers are taking good care of Liang Liang as she recovers from the birth.
We have to reschedule the feeding time for mother. We take care about the mother, and the mother will take care of the baby, the cubs. So every 3 hours we give mother's food and monitor 24 hours, drinking waters, enough food. Hopefully everything should be okay.
The newborn cub's older sibling is Nuan Nuan, the first baby of Sing Sing and Liang Liang. Nuan Nuan was born on August 18, 2015 and returned to China in November 2017 after turning 2 years old. Wendy Widiantini for ASEAN Today.
We like hearing from you throughout the ASEAN region and the world. All of our episodes are posted on YouTube, so check us out there if you can't find us on your local TV channel. Then let us know what you're thinking about or what you want to see on the program. Email us at ASEANTodayTV@gmail.com, post something on our Facebook page, or tweet us at ASEANTodayTV. The Lunar New Year in mid-February is always a colorful and tasty celebration. Chinese students in Singapore gathered under red lanterns in a warm and festive atmosphere. They also worked together to prepare a cultural feast, starting with yummy dumplings with various stuffings. A New Year's toast capped this gathering. And that's ASEAN Today for this week. I'm Raisa Chantami of the Indonesia channel in Jakarta. Terima kasih. Please join us again next time.